I wish that I could make you see the light, but baby, you're too far behind. All blurred by visions of the one before. I've been standing here and wishing but I've got to go on now. And I wish you will. And if you wake and then remember there was once a lady love that would do all for you. And if you ever do remember that I gave it all, I gave it all for you. Maybe you could see the
Another round of applause for Olivia Browning, please. Come on, guys. She sang so well. So that was Olivia Browning, Kenyan songwriter, singer. Okay, one of her latest songs has been featured on one of the Netflix movies, Blood and Water. Just in time. Okay, that's so perfect. So, just before we proceed, I have my next performer in line. He goes by the name Richie. Richie, the poet, spoken word artist, and also a writer. Welcome, Richie. Let's give it up for him.
The poem is titled Joint Separation. It's written by Oyamo Richard. Okay, here it goes. She speaks only in English. I know no mom's tongue, we match. She's on Facebook. I'm not facing books, we chat. She sends her filtered photos. I send my gambled cash. It's give and take. I ask her out. She gives herself in. We date. We met on Facebook. I tell mother. She weeps. She's your blood. Amidst her tears, she says, Father in the dark, demands an explanation from mom. Reality hits us. They separate. We also do. Thank you. Yeah, that was it, the poetry. Yeah, and now I'll do a piece. And I was just reading. And that's Ngugi wa Thiong'o saying that any language has a dual character. It's both a means of communication and a carrier of culture.
Give it up again for Richie the poet. Thank you very much. We had a poet who was also to join us today. His name was PLO, and unfortunately he could not be here, but he left us a very beautiful poem that we're going to read today. And it's called This Game of Clay, from the book of Her Question Peels by Boniface Isaboke Nyamweya. This game of clay. I'm a smiling doll made of clay. See and touch my bleeding heart. And listen, please, these cliche words. Woman. Who, man? Human? You, man. God made humanity's clay. Society made man be a god. And man made her be a doll. I am a doll, a pinched doll. Do not smile. Look at me. Please look at me. And count all my deadened neurons. I'm a doll seen as ever silent smiling. Yet I am a deadened thing inside for sure. The left eye is left. As weak, the right eye is right. As strong, just because it is right. A pity, both eyes of humanity are just but the same. Thank you so much. That was from PLO. He was to be here tonight. Okay, and I'm going to invite Olivia again to bless us with her beautiful voice. And then after Olivia, she will usher in the main guest of tonight, and that is Cynthia Abdallah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I need your your shoulder. I need you, friend. No wise words or reason. I just need someone I can depend on. Cause I'm crumbling, crumbling and slowly falling. Can you catch me? I don't need no summer, no, hey. No verses either. Just need your shoulder, shoulder. Someone that I can call my friend. Cause I'm crumbling, crumbling and slowly falling. Can you catch me? This rocky way I'm on, I never planned it. This message that I have, didn't want to say it. And these things that I want, didn't want to need them. But I just need your shoulder. I need you, my friend. You may not be able to carry me over the waters, but I need you, my friend. Cause I'm crumbling, crumbling and slowly falling. Can you catch me? This rocky way I'm on, I never planned it. This message that I have, didn't want to say it. And these things that I want, didn't want to need them. But I just need your shoulder. I need you, my friend. Oh, yes, I do. Cause I'm crumbling, crumbling and slowly falling. Can you catch me? Thank you. So now I want to invite the main act of today, and that is Cynthia Abdallah. She's an amazing author and orator, and we had an amazing conversation on Monday, so I am so excited for you guys to be able to hear her amazing work. The way she writes is so beautiful. She takes you on a journey. So without further ado, let me invite Cynthia Abdallah. Come on, a bigger round of applause.
And I'm going to take you on a journey, and I'm going to take you with me to places I have been in my heart with my feet. And I'm going to take you to places beyond Kenya, places beyond Nairobi, places in the villages where people toil and work and strive and cry and build and toil and go back down and build back up again. My 2 chapbooks, my 6 Little Fears, is what I'll be reading from first, and then I'll read the author's feet. I will start with a topic that I'm not very passionate about, and this is a topic on love, where people wake up one day and they forget exactly what they said the previous day, and the poem is titled, He Failed Me. Through the thick forest we ran and hid among the bushes. The stillness of the earth, the chirping crickets, witnesses to ours. The barking dogs in the distance, woo-woo, the passing hoot in cars drowned our sounds. But a distant look in his eyes arrived when the morning came. Yes, when the morning came, our sounds and the witnesses to our sounds did not mean much after that. And what we shared the previous night disappeared with a stroke of light. Who are they? Who are they who scream when a stray bat flies into their hat and walk barefoot in fields scattered with torn twigs? Who limp on their swollen feet, hurrying to milk the freshened cows grazing in the fields? Who are they whose meandering paths and laterite roads lead to the hidden caves of the Mautuma forests? This is my mom. She was running in the fields and trying to make the cows, and you could see her feet very cracked, and they had holes in them, and you could literally put a shilling between the cracks. This is what people in the villages go through. This is what people in the villages do to make it through the next day, and they keep a smile on their face, and they keep toiling, and they keep working, because that is what the world has given them. What has the world given you? These are people from my village too, with sand beneath their feet. And I'm going to pause for a moment and ask you if you've been to the coast and you have walked barefoot on the sand and how hot it feels. And this is what the people in the villages go through, with sand beneath their feet. Not literally sand. And when I say sand, I'm talking about the fickleness of life in the villages with nothing in your hands. Sand beneath their feet. Thatched roofs peek from above the thicket fences. Birds fly about on leaves, leaving their droppings on them. Women gossip in the listening sun as they toil and till the hard ground, while men sit in their homes and take their changa or busa, while these women toil with kids on their backs and djembes in their hands just to try and make $1 for their lives and for the children that they feed. Women in our country are going through a lot, and I hope you guys can see, and if you see a woman, uplift a woman, because I have seen women with sagging breasts and bare feet and cracked hands and cracked heels and sand and brown. I can't even say it. You see these women and how hard they walk in the villages for nothing. And the kids don't even go to school. These are the women I write about. And these are the women I cry for in this story. Sand beneath their feet. Permanence. Things that are permanent. Things that don't change. Things that are there with us every day. I'm going to take you to Mlimani, I'm going to take you to Nzoia, and I'm going to take you to Tarbo. These are places far in the western part of Kenya. If you're from the Luya community, you'll know what I'm talking about. Beyond steep hills of Mlimani and railway tracks cutting across Tarbo. Behind mountains overlooking thick forests, where the Nzoia flows into large basins of the Victoria, and hawks fly about on farms and rest on thick mounds of dung. I'm talking about dung because that's what we do, cattle keeping. Afar from the city of cool waters and Pentecost shrines, a woman kneels crying to the heavens, holding her bosom. This woman is my mother. You should hear my mother pray. Brings tears to my eyes, breaks my heart, because what else do you hold on to if prayer is the only thing you have? The women in the villages who go to churches and that's all they have. Sorry, men, I'm not leaving you out, but tonight is for women who work hard, women who keep their faith even when they have nothing. And then I'm going to take you to a childish little poem I wrote when I was 25. I wasn't very young then, was I? 25. I should have known better then. My 6 Little Fears, which gives my little book its title. We all have fears in our lives. And even as I am standing here, I have a fear of failing you, my audience who came all the way to hear me speak. My 6 little fears back then were tiny and little, very little, but you could look at them as very big in some sort of way. I fear that he'll break my heart and go off to marry my little sister. I fear that I will lose my sight in my sleep and miss out on the beautiful fall. I fear that my professor will say I'm too good. Cynthia, you're too good for your poetry classes. You don't need to be coming here anymore. And that the rain will fall on my hair and mace out my neatly done curls. I fear that I may not make my dinner tonight and go to bed empty. And I fear that one day, and this is my greatest fear, that one day I will grow old. Because age is a cruel thing. Age is a cruel thing. It takes away from people. We see strong men and women who all of a sudden require us to hold their hand. Isn't age a scary thing? James, isn't it a scary thing? How I long for the party I missed in 1999. How I long for the trip to the coast because I was afraid. How I long for the dance classes I skipped, the boys I missed to kiss, that piece of pizza I never ate. The lost ones. In our fears we lose, and in our losses we regret. So at this moment in time, whatever it is that is in your heart, go out and seek it. Because time is coming when you will no longer be who you are at the moment. A time will come when we will all be old. And those boys we missed to kiss, woo! And that pizza you did not eat, woo! And those dance classes you missed will be all you'll be thinking about when you're old. So live now. Live. Do not regret it when you're old. This poem is titled They Who Say. And this is a poem I wrote because I looked at what people said and what they did. And a lot of people don't really say and mean what they say. They say I am beautiful, who stare at my face and gaze at my bare lips. They say they find lines on my neck when I raise my chin to speak, take their thoughts away. They say that my kinky hair, so full and natural, reminds them of the mysterious bushes in the Kalahari Desert. They say that in my voice is a melody, whilst their ice-cold eyes search for my quiet imperfections. This poem was selected to be written in the Black Lives Matter anthology. We look at people who live in societies that just say we welcome you, but they don't really welcome them. If you take a trip out of Kenya, if you're a black person, you will know exactly what we're talking about. There is no space for you in that fabric. If there is a space for you, you create the space and you still don't fit in it because it has been taken. They who say. How many people have you met that have told you things and have not seen them through? How many people say, I like you today, and tomorrow they do not know you? How many people invite you to a party and the next day when you meet them on the road, they don't even look at you because they don't remember you? They who say. So when we create relationships, let's make sure that we mean what we create so we can give somebody something to smile about. Let us not be people who just talk. Let us be people who actually mean what we say. The future lingers beside us like the ever-present neighbor on our doorstep. We all know this neighbor, especially if you live in the villages. There's always somebody coming. That's the future. The future is 2 minutes from now. The future is 30 seconds from now. Reminds us that we have not done our laundry, paid the electricity bill, and made love. The future lurks in our shadows whispers we're yet to buy Christmas gifts. That winter is here, so is our time of death. The winter that lives and it lives in our minds, even when we escape in our sleep and manifests itself as a dream. The future, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow is here with us. I'm sure we are all thinking, what am I going to eat tonight? That's the future. In case you did not know, we're probably thinking, who's going to say what to me tomorrow? That's the future. The future, talk to me, the future lingers beside us every single day. I'm going to read one more poem from the little book, and then transition into the author's feet. Many times, things go from bad to worse, and a man aims high and he fails. Trust me, I'm an optimist, but I sat back and I thought, you know what? Many times, things do not go as we need them to go. I'm going to start again. Many times, things go from bad to worse, and a man aims high and he fails. Many times, people create war and engage in dishonest trysts, leaving a poor man poorer. We've seen this in Kenya. The rich are getting richer, the poorer even poorer. Do you know what I want to say tonight? May these times pass for you. Thank you. This next chapbook is titled The Author's Feet. My father used to hold his Maasai whip in a tight grip, his scathing eyes scaring our little souls into unwavering obedience. He kept his arms close to his chest and spoke with an extended finger. His head tilted slightly to his left, his shoulders rocking from side to side. He walked days and sometimes nights, and every so often brought home a small package in his hands, a simple grin plastered on his serious face. 35 years on, and this is what breaks my heart, 35 years on, and now my father smiles with his eyes. His once youthful face a haven of wrinkles. His intimidating demeanor replaced by a tiny shell. He hugs us when we arrive after months and sometimes years of being away, and tells us stories of his life in Tarbo and his usual daily chores of cow keeping. He makes us feel at home and he laughs when we tell of our journeys around the world, his sharp eyes now teary and proud. Although he still holds his arms across his chest and speaks with an extended finger, his head tilted slightly to his left, his shoulders rocking from side to side. The next one is a reflection of women in my village. It singles out a single woman, and it's titled, The Woman in a White Dress. When you go to the villages, that's what women wear because it's their Sunday best. That's where they go to church every Sunday dressed like that. The woman in the white dress sings emphatically in religious spaces. Her hair covered in a white scarf, her body moving sideways to the beat of the church drums. The woman in a white dress anticipates Sunday services and sermons, her tithe donations rising steadily, her church offering held firmly in a clasped hand. She's quick to walk miles to reach her eager flock up in the rugged mountains, her swollen feet and cracked heels, a testament to her undying devotion. But underneath this woman's steadfastness lie deep scars of unfulfilled dreams, lost desires, and untold regret. She laughs with her mouth wide open, her perfectly aligned white teeth illuminating her cold dark features to conceal the sadness that consumes her soul and the frown that lines her youthful face. A lot of these women are younger than they look, but life has been so cruel to them that the only place they find solace in is the church. And they do it devotedly. They struggle up in the rugged mountains just to go and give something to God, an imaginary friend who does not exist, to validate their being here on earth. These are the vast majority of women who live here in Kenya. To go in line with that theme is a poem titled Death. This one is a dedication to somebody very special, my grandmother. These are the questions that we asked ourselves when my grandmother suddenly left us with so much regret and so much sorrow. We asked ourselves, what happens to a loved one when she dies? Does her body rot in the ground and become fodder for the unsuspecting earth? Or is she consumed by maggots with a shameless appetite? Does her spirit fly off to the resting place, a land of milk and honey, and sit beside the Father she worshipped for 60 years? Or does she become a guardian angel who appears in dreams with a light bulb and puts her hand on her loved one's shoulders? Or does she wander off into the strange land alone, loitering, lost? I hope it's not the latter. I hope that her spirit is in a resting place in a land of milk and honey. And she sits beside the Father she worshipped for 50 years, 60 years. These are our women in the villages. This is their life. So they deserve something when they leave this earth. Call me delusional, but that's what I hope happens to these women. At the base of the 80-foot waterfall is where the river says goodbye. As canyoners trek through banana plantations of Tamira with tired limbs and disheveled heads. Petals of paradise open to spew nectar to hummingbirds and bluebirds as unsuspecting vines set a trap for tired feet. From slippery surfaces, bruised knees, and quick rapids, they will soon return home because the river has said goodbye. When the river says goodbye, that's where we leave. That's where we turn around and go to where we were meant to go. Sometimes I come rushing home in the rain with loud thunder rumbling in the distance and lightning that reminds me of the exotic tales of Maracaibo. Sometimes it is sunny and I walk with my eyes squinting in the sun, a quiet smile plastered behind my black mask because COVID is here. Sometimes when I get home, I am greeted at the door by an enthusiastic lover who always wants to seize the moment. Sometimes the wind blows gently and my cream-colored curtains blush in the breeze, swaying slightly to the sound of the rattling leaves. Sometimes the blue tannages fly about on the windowsill, occupying the miller table, while yellow macaws cackle loudly to announce that they are here. Either way, the skittish blue birds must fly away because the macaws are coming. They will return when they are not here. The next poem I'm going to read talks about something I witnessed where I live. The political situation is so bad that these people have to rummage through filthy bins for a meal. The city is filled with those who ferret through filthy bins and faced by the stench that reeks from rotten tomatoes, thrown away meats, and flying cockroaches. The city is filled with abandoned furniture, menacing cats who meow and pounce to protect their territory. The city is filled with rummages from all sorts of backgrounds trying to put a meal in their tummies while the rich sit behind glass doors and glass walls and watch from a distance. I'm not big on writing poems about love, but I squeezed one in there. It's not one of those things that really inspires me. I'm more inspired by things about nature, things about life and living. But I had a question for those people who love love. What happens? What when? What when the soul weeps and a man leaves? Fights abound, nasty words leak. What when a man counts his dollars, forgets Valentine's days and birthday gifts? What when the pictures on the wall tell of bliss in magical places and beautiful islands of Zanzibar and the wildebeest of the Masai Mara? What when these moments of bliss are clouded with misery, turning our eager adventures into forlorn ventures? What when love dies and a man is left to weep and hope sinks with a loud tick of the clock on the bare, rugged, white walls? I will finish this reading off with the poem The Author's Feet, which gives the little chapbook its title. The author stretches her legs as he gently rubs on her feet. His hands move up and down her toes like those of a man verily strumming a guitar. No need to tell that the author has had a long day and her feet have borne the brunt of the summer's weeks. Nevertheless, the author sits still, watching his hands move in a straight and steady rhythm. Thank you for listening. Thanks, Ben. Okay, this is the next chapbook titled The Author's Feet. These are personal, relatable, family life living poems, mostly narratives. These are short, pithy poems that can be interpreted in whatever way you want to interpret them. And together these two chapbooks will form my first complete collection that I will put together in June this year. Besides my poetry, I also have a little collection of short stories that will take you back to the villages just like my poetry. And these were published sometime this year. You can also get yourself a copy if you so wish. Thank you all for being a good audience. Thank you for coming all the way to listen to me ramble, and for listening to me, and for paying attention, and for supporting writing and writers. I think if we can make Kenya a reading nation, we can move miles ahead. If you haven't bought a Christmas gift for anyone, buy them a book. Let's see what they say. Thank you very much.
Another round of applause for Cynthia Abdallah. Come on, she deserves a standing ovation, yeah? Let's go, guys. Let's give a warm clap. So we may have our seats. Thank you so much, Cynthia. Thank you so much. That was a lovely reading session we've had. Some of us, it has taken us ages to attend at least one reading session. And I can honestly admit that this was really amazing. This was great. And we look forward to seeing you doing more of this, oftenly, right? Yeah, Cynthia Abdallah is a very great author, as all of you have seen. And just before I invite the last performer, that is Olivia Ambani, I have someone in the audience with us today. And together, we just wanted to take this opportunity to thank Cynthia. Cynthia Abdallah. Yaba, can you just come forward, please? So, he came a little bit late, African timers. So Yaba and I were fortunate enough to work with Cynthia 2021. And Cynthia Abdallah has been very supportive in regards to our art. We are both performers. Yaba is a performing artist. He'll speak on his behalf, recording artist. And Cynthia has pushed our dream. She has literally taken the will of our art, and she has pushed us to it. We have meetings with Cynthia every now and then, and I've never met such a supportive young person like Cynthia Abdallah. I'm so happy, I'm so grateful. And because of that, Yaba will just do a short song for her, because we love you, Cynthia, and we want to say thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to do what we love most and giving us the push and supporting us. We really do not take it for granted. And just because of time, Yaba, I don't know if you're ready. We do not have a lot of time. He's just going to do one chorus. It was a surprise. Cynthia kujua angetuambia hii program inafaa kukua haraka sana, mnaniharibia wakati. So I didn't want to tell her. It was just a short surprise for me and Yaba.
Oh yeah, kweli Jaben ni maliloko, alafu Jaben anaga mambo. Oi Jaben, utanimaliza nyako. Ai Jaben, nataka fanya mambo. Kweli Jaben ni maliloko, alafu Jaben anaga mambo. Oi Jaben, utanimaliza nyako. Ai Jaben, nataka fanya mambo. So this one is for Cynthia Abdallah, right? Still, I came late, but oh man. One for the blunt, two for the girl, and three for the things that she does after the blunt. She's a naughty queen, she wants a naughty king. Not an ordinary man, I cannot do that in a same. One for the blunt, two for the girl, and three for the things that she does after the blunt. She's a naughty queen, she wants a naughty king. Not an ordinary man who cannot do that thing. Hola sexy mama, hebu cheki vile umesimama, unatutesa kwanza. Jabe, kweli Jabe ni maliloko, alafu Jabe haunaga mambo. Oi Jabe, utatumaliza nyako. Ai Jabe, tataka fanya mambo. Kweli Jabe ni maliloko, alafu Jabe haunaga mambo. Oi Jabe, utatumaliza nyako. Ai Jabe, tataka fanya mambo. Nishai kusho waga umeweza, ukikuja zangu show na luku za kutesa, wanauliza nani huyo mrembo ameweza. Oh yeah, Cynthia, and I be like, ujipodoi sana, hata maji aukatangi sana, mrembo sana Cynthia. Jaben ni maliloko, alafu Jaben haunaga mambo. Oi Jaben, utatumaliza nyako. Ai Jaben, tataka fanya mambo. Kweli Jaben ni maliloko, alafu Jaben haunaga mambo. Ai Jaben, utatumaliza nyako. Ai Jaben, tataka fanya mambo. So I want to try something with you guys, Still, for Cynthia. Kweli Cynthia Loco. I just want you to say Cynthia. Still. Kweli Cynthia
ati kweli Cynthia ni maliloko, aki Cynthia. Umepata? Twende for the last time, ndio? Oh yeah, kweli Cynthia ni maliloko, aki Cynthia hanaga mambo, kweli Cynthia. Twende. There's so many people here na nikosha umekula. Kweli Cynthia, I can't hear you. Twende. Haki Cynthia. So it's kweli Cynthia, haki Cynthia, ndio? For the last time. Kweli Cynthia, haki Cynthia. Let's look at her. Kweli Cynthia, haki Cynthia. Two more time. Kweli Cynthia, haki Cynthia. Thank you.
We love you, Cynthia. So that was Yabra, and now I just want to welcome the last performer of the evening. Guys, give it up for Olivia Ambani.
I've been walking this road too long to give up right now. They say I know nothing. If you know the song, feel free to join. 'Cause I'm young now, but I feel somewhere inside I'm gonna make it. So I'm gonna keep on moving on. It's gonna be alright, yeah. And it will be better than just fine. We're gonna reach the stars and believe much higher. I say it's gonna be alright, and it will be better than just fine. You watch this space, I'm telling you, a champion's in town. Ooh, 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 ooh. They say you don't understand what it takes to make a star shine. And they say you don't understand how the game's played. But I say that you are better than they ever guessed. Keep walking and keep going up this road. It's gonna be alright, yeah. And it will be better than just fine. We're gonna reach the stars and believe much higher. It's gonna be, I say it's gonna be alright. And it will be better than just fine. You watch this space, I'm telling you, a champion's in town. And in the middle of the night, when you're there alone and your dreams are seeming so far, yeah, yeah, ooh. And when you're giving up and no one sees the light in you, I want you to speak to yourself and step up and say it's gonna be alright. And it will be better than just fine. We're gonna reach the stars and believe much higher. I say it's gonna be alright, and it will be better than just fine. You watch this space, I'm telling you, a champion's in town. So this next part, I want you to help me sing, and it's really simple. So you're just gonna say, and let me tell you what's. You'll be a star. You'll be a star. That's it. You'll be a star. You'll be a star. One more time. You'll be a star. You'll be a star. Sing it to yourself. You'll be a star. You'll be a star. One more time. I'll be a star. I'll be a star. One more time. I'll be a star. I'll be a star. Yes, it's gonna be alright, and it will be better than just fine. Say it's gonna be alright, yeah, and it will be better than just watch this space. I'm telling you, a champion's in town. Now this is to you. I say, believe in yourself. You're more than you think you know. Don't let all those doubters put you down. You know, if you will not try, then how will you know that you could climb the mountain higher and you go further? Thank you.
What a lovely, 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 lovely event you've had here. I want to thank you all for coming tonight, and to thank Cynthia for putting this up for us. This is really amazing. And to thank Olivia for blessing us with her good music. And to thank Richie for the good poem that you have done today. And I want to thank Yaba for coming late and also and for making it tonight as well. And last of all, I want to thank Soma Nami for hosting us. Thank you so much. And in that same spirit, Soma Nami have given us very good snacks. Have some cookies, some biscuits, and some coffee. So once we're done, please do not go away without tasting the beautiful cookies and a cup of coffee, please. And just before we leave, as we've read 2 books today, Author's Feet and My 6 Little Fears, they are available here at Soma Nami. And the Author's Feet goes for 200 Kenya shillings. My 6 Little Fears go for 200 Kenya shillings. If you want to have the whole collection, you take it home with 400 Kenya shillings. And for the short stories, wenye tunapenda hadithi, tumezaliwa tukagrow tukisoma hadithi za babu zetu, we have the Musunzu Tree, an amazing book of short stories. You can get it at 300 Kenya shillings. And let's support Cynthia, yes? Let's support Cynthia? Yes. And I don't know if she has anything else to tell us. You have? Okay. That has been my time. I'm Ivy Kagaya-Ndambi, and I'm going to pass the microphone to Cynthia.
Okay, thank you guys. This is just me saying thank you. I look across the room and I see a lot of friends, not just attendees, a lot of friends in the building. Colleagues of mine from my former school, childhood friend over there. I see lovely friends from across the border here with me. I see a friend from like 10 years ago, Olivia. I see so many friends. So it's more like a gathering of friends, actually. And I hope we can keep writing and keep doing more of these so we can take poetry to the next level. I think the genre has been a little bit hijacked and handicapped, and the novel is really rising. The short stories are doing well, but poetry is sort of struggling, and it's a good genre. If you're not talented with writing so many things, you can always pen down a good poem. So let's keep reading, let's keep pushing for reading, let's keep giving gifts that are books, and let's keep enjoying. I will come and thank each one of you individually because I know you all. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. We want to do one last thing. Let's stand to our feet, please. Let's all stand. And we can all admit Cynthia has really done a good job. Her students are here, her friends are here, her family is here. Everyone who's working with Cynthia is here. And we just want to give her a good round of applause. We'll do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and then 1. And then we call it a night, yes? Okay, so in 3, 2, 1, go. Let's clap. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. Thank you, Cynthia. You're free to leave. Do not forget to take your snacks and tea.
Yes, I love you just the way you are, and I. Yes, I love you just the way you are, and I. Oh, I, oh, I, oh, I. Oh, I, oh, I, oh, I. Don't you see the love you have received, oh, you. Don't you see the love you have received, oh, you. My love, it's all for you. My love, it's all for you.